Hello Comic Crashers, how's it going? It's Taylor Campbell. I'm back with a Christmas review this time. Because it's almost Christmas. I love Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. Now, everyone likes a good Christmas special. Everything from as classic as Charlie Brown to as contemporary as the Muppets, as bad as Hallmark Channel, or as good as Toy Story That Time Forgot. We all love Christmas specials. And it's been a tradition, sometimes on and off, but usually on, it's been a tradition that DC Comics will make a Christmas special. Now, in 2016, released as a collected edition in 2017, DC released this. A very merry, happy, a very DC Rebirth holiday Christmas special. Now, those of you who have been following comics should know that Rebirth was DC's latest kind of revamp of their entire comic book line. And when this was released, they were like right at the beginning of it. And so, to celebrate the occasion and to celebrate Christmas, they released this book as kind of a compilation, a celebration of all of the writers, all the artists that they have, all the characters, and kind of give you a sampler of what Rebirth was like. So the question is, does it belong in your library? Well, let's hop in and we'll discuss that. Okay, alright, so this is a compilation book. There's a lot of writers, there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of characters, and a lot of really small stories. So, let's just go ahead and hop into it.
Superman forgot to pick up for his son John his most requested Christmas present, the Monkey video game system. He flies all over the world but can't find it. He eventually does find the last one somewhere in America, but Damian Wayne, of all people, sniped it first. Damian gives it to John for Christmas. Superman is fine with it because John needs friends and Damian needs a good influence. Lol brat. Next, John is sad. He had a tough year. He projects his problems on crypto. Superman takes him to the Fortress of Solitude. John feels better. Next! It is a dark, cold night. A bearded man walked into the Detective Chimp's office. He's missing his dog. Not the typical job a chimp would take. But hey, it's Christmas. Chimp enlists the Batman's help. Turns out the dog looked a lot like a reindeer, and the man looked a lot like Santa. Next, it's the winter solstice. John Constantine has had nightmares for days. A witch cursed him to see his worst fear, and he's trying to find the witch who did it. Wonder Woman is there, looking for a Dionysus, but it is not working. The two have to work together to find both. Constantine talks to the ghost. They find the witch. Wonder Woman finds Dionysus' agent. Constantine is scared of Santa. Next.
Hey kids, it's that time of year again where I'm planning out the next several videos I'm going to do for the next few months or so. So, now is the time. If you want to tell me what kinds of books you want to see me cover, or if you have any questions about superheroes or comic books in general, now is the time to bring it up and put it down in the comments below. I mean, I have some really fun ideas for what's coming up in the next few months, but I want to make sure that your voice is heard, so make sure you go ahead and put in the comments what kinds of comics you would like to see me talk about, anything, what kinds of topics, whatever. You get the picture.
Next, the rogues stage a bank robbery and Flash is there to stop them, but a truck of Christmas gifts for foster kids gets damaged as well. The rogues and the Flash now have a truce every Christmas season so the Flash can deliver presents safely. Next, China has a Justice League. There's a bad guy. They give her food. Next, Batwoman is celebrating Hanukkah by herself, since her dad died. Bad guys kill her slice of pie that she bought. The power is out. Beat up bad guys. Hanukkah dinner now with friends. Next! Teen Titans in New York. Red Arrow is a drug addict. He's recovering. He's glad the Titans are helping him through it. Nightwing is late for stuff. Next! Nightwing is late for stuff. Batgirl is late for stuff. Turns out neither are late. Next! The new Green Lanterns aren't yet confident with their new lives. 3 aliens dressed like wise men put them through challenges. Being a Green Lantern is not at all bad. Happy Three Kings Day. And the whole thing is held together by Harley Quinn parodying various other Christmas specials.
Alright, so that was a lot of really tiny stories in this double-sized special issue. But now it's time to answer the question, does DC Rebirth's holiday special belong in your library? First of all, it is a great primer for DC Comics as a whole and also for the Rebirth era. So Rebirth, it introduced a bunch of the concepts and some of the ideas they were hoping to accomplish with their upcoming couple of years of comics. And then a very Mary Allen, a very DC Rebirth holiday is an example of how that was executed, so to speak. It's a positive and enjoyable read with an overall Christmassy message of togetherness, of family, of friends, all that kind of stuff. It's really good. As far as story goes, I would say the three best stories were the Superman one, the first one, the Constantine one, and the Flash one. Also, the Green Lantern one was pretty good. Now, as far as writing goes, and I hope you can appreciate this, there is a difference between story and writing. You can have a really great story, but your writing could be not as good as that. Or you could have a terrible story, but really good writing. It's happened before. I would say the best writing then would be The Flash, Detective Chimp, and the Batwoman story. And the best art in the story was definitely the first Superman story, the Flash story, and the Batwoman story, I would say. With both the Constantine story and Detective Chimp coming up and pretty close in the running up. So what were my favorite stories though? I would say my favorite stories were the first Superman one, because Superman flying around trying to find the last gift in the United States for his kid, that is a hilarious concept. I love it. It is amazing. Plus the art is really good. The colorist especially deserves a lot of props. His name was Alex Salazzo. I'm so sorry, Alex. So sorry. He used a lot of really deep, rich colors. He really understood how light worked in the story. It was great. I liked it a lot. The next one was Constantine, and that one was mostly for its character interaction and how both Constantine and Wonder Woman interacted with each other, how they felt about that. It was good. I liked it. And of course, the Flash one got mentioned a lot, and that's because it is just really solid. The Flash has done really well in like the past 10 or so years. It's done good work. The story is really fun. The art is fantastic. They did a good job of showing the illusion of speed through static images by making really everything super angular, really sharp edges. It was good. And really, I would say overall, that Flash story is the best in the book. Now, my biggest complaint is that everything is held together with this not funny, kind of lame, kind of unnecessary Harley Quinn thing. Now I get it, at this time, and even now, Harley Quinn is very marketable. Everyone likes her. But I don't know. It just wasn't funny. And if it came down to it, I probably would have rather had all those pages that were devoted to her mushed together and become a completely different kind of story. Maybe do something with the Suicide Squad rather than just Harley Quinn. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. But thankfully, that Harley Quinn segment doesn't put a damper on any of the stories within the book itself. So, does it belong in your library? Does a very decent Rebirth holiday belong in your library? Well, I can tell you that I really, really loved this story. I really loved the comic. It was a ton of fun to read. I love checking it out, especially around this time of year, around Christmas. It's great. And I'd say that if you enjoy DC Comics in any sense, if you like their movies, if you like any of the cartoons, then you're going to really dig this book. You can find it in single issues. Here, single issues. It's just single issue, one issue. You can find that issue here. It is just very DC Rebirth holiday. It was released in 2016. or you can collect it in the collected volume like I did here. A word of warning though about the collected edition. If you collect the collected edition, you're also going to get an issue of Batman that has a bunch of short Batman Christmas stories. It's really good. But then you also get this Harley Quinn book that is garbo. And it is not funny, and it is kind of morally bankrupt a little bit, and that's frustrating. Because otherwise this would be a hit run of a collection. A hit run? What? Home run. You can tell I play a lot of sports, right? But I say that the Christmas special and then the Batman issue in here really makes the collected edition worth your time, worth putting in the library. Maybe buy it used. I mean, the Harley Quinn story is in there, but it's at the end. You can skip it. So, my question to you today is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? Also, which one means more to you? Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner? They both kind of have the same food. Anyway, go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to tell me what kind of books or content you want to see coming up in the next few months. And until next time, thank you for joining me. Have a Merry Christmas. And remember to always be your best self.